you know how you have like those things where you make kind of a design decision and then just keep adding to that design decision so that the original idea just gets magnified and gets made dumber and dumber and dumber. That's exactly what this is. So for those people that didn't catch last week's stream, what this is about is catching a Kerbal, namely a Kerbal by the name of Wafflebird, who is stuck in an orbit about the sun, but said orbit is inside of Moho's orbit. And I went and did the math and worked out that just from low Kerbal orbit to get Wafflebird and come back would cost me about 15.5 kilometers worth of delta V. And so I ended up building this thing, which total delta V here is 15,986 meters per second of delta V. And the original concept, and somebody in the YouTube comments pointed out that you didn't need to do this, and I know I didn't need to do this because the Wafflebird is in a Mark 1 command pod, one of these guys, a Mark 1 lander can, and so I could have simply put a claw on a heat shield and sent that back to Kerbal, and it would have brought the whole weight of this thing down, which would have been a good thing. But instead my payload is, well, whoops, let's get this. Oh, I got let's change the root part to here. There we go. And take this off. Now it's working, right? The payload is this thing. The idea was to kind of cozy up the Wafflebird, grab him with the claw, stow him safely inside of here, close this up, head back to Kerbal, deploy these inflatable heat shields, and then this will descend through Kerbal's atmosphere. But unfortunately, this thing is, what is it, about 7 tons of mass. So I need to take that 7 tons, take it all the way to the necessary orbit, grab Wafflebird, bring him back, and that's what ended up costing me so much. So what I'm going to start with, because this thing isn't quite ready for prime time, at the end of the episode I did use the the cheat menu, the console menu that you get by going Alt F12, and put this thing into orbit, and it flew, and it didn't break apart, which honestly shocked me because I'd done no strutting, no nothing. These radial tanks here were wobbling kind of all over the place, but it kind of amazingly worked. But I got some ideas to try and improve on this. It's still not ready to go. It needs reaction wheels, it needs solar panels, it needs batteries, it needs lights, for goodness sakes, it needs lights. And so all of that stuff is going to get added. But I also want to see if I can maybe design this, tweak the design a little bit, not give up on this part. I'm kind of committed to that now. And try and see if I can bring the size down, because I still have to get this thing into orbit somehow, and no matter how this shakes down, this is easily the biggest payload I've ever tried to get to orbit. Whether this is all going to work or not, I don't know, but it's going to be what it's going to be. In the meantime, I'll welcome everybody. I do like to take this opportunity as well to thank my Patreon patrons and YouTube members for their support of this channel. In particular, I want to welcome aboard my most recent Patreon patron, Cabot Icock. So thank you very much, Cabot, and thank you very much to everybody else who helps to support this channel, whether that be through subscribing through Patreon or through YouTube, or simply hitting the subscribe button and commenting and doing all of those wonderful things that help to feed the algorithm. So let's get right to this. Let's try and do see if we can make this work. Now, one of the things is I have all of these here. Let's take this business off the bottom here for a second. I have all of these engines here all coming on at the same time, but these engines, this is the return vehicle that's meant to come back to Kerbal after we picked up Wafflebird. These 4 nerve engines actually don't do nothing for most of the trip, and so each of the nerves, I mean, that's a lot of mass. I don't know what one of these, I know they're not light. Where are the nerves here? Here they are. They're 3 tons each, so there is 3 times 4, 12 tons of mass that's doing absolutely nothing for most of this trip. So it would make a lot more sense if I got these guys into the action right from the get-go. In other words, had them come on at the same time all of these fellas down here come on. And I think if I do that, I can probably lose at least four engines down here at the bottom. I can probably reduce the size of all of this thing and still get the same amount of delta V. Now, in order to do that, I need to bring them outwards, right? Because right now the exhaust plumes of this are going to blow right on top of this. They will be occluded. You won't get any thrust. These things probably will end up blowing up as well. I might get some drop tanks as well involved. Like once I start removing engines off the bottom, these things might turn into drop tanks. Hopefully they'll be a lot smaller too. So what I think I'll do to start this off is yeah, this guy's saved. Well, first of all, these struts have to be threaded differently, because just do this right now. If we take this off, I don't know what kind of, oh, they're on the radial symmetry. Okay, and take that one off, and I could use something like, here, let's tweak this away. What weighs less? Like that's 188-ish kilograms. This guy's, oh yeah, the I-beams are lighter, aren't they? Like I could use something like an I-beam. Do that. That would be, there. Something like that. That will get them out far enough. I could probably launch with that big ugly thing, but what I'm thinking, because I never use the robotic parts in this game, and maybe this is a good excuse not to, is to grab one of these these pistons, these hydraulic cylinders like this fella. And these are robotic parts. I'm always, so yeah, see, and they extend like that. So, you know, and then so you have them nice and close when you launch, and then you bring it in when sorry, so you have them nice and close, and then you extend them once you've reached orbit. I think I need the bigger ones. So why don't I try that? So this is on, put them there. And I'm hoping these will provide enough structure. I actually have no idea whether they will. We will find that out very, very soon. So the idea is, let's keep this here. The idea here is, I'm gonna have to move them inwards. You can see that, local, so that they'll be start off kind of pushed in. So they're close to kind of where they were, you know, at the when we first started this. Probably having as little clipping as I can will probably be good. So they start like that, and then, you know, when you are ready, once you're in space and atmosphere is no longer an issue, they come out like that. I don't know. Why not? We'll give it a go. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I think it should work. And we need two more of them here. And this one. Like so. Oh, I can see it needs to be more radial. That's what I'm looking for. That. Again. Tweak these in. We'll attach these to one of those, can't remember what they call them. They're not action groups, but there is an action group, like an action group for doing this. Like that. And then what I think you do, let's get into action groups right away, is you go, is it, boy, I can't do custom, I think. These axes groups, I've honestly forgotten how these, I have no idea how these work anymore. I might have to just right click rather than to figure this out. But now, I should be able to take these four engines and bring them all the way down to here. And that brings up the thrust to weight ratio up to 0.43. So that's a lot of thrust to weight down there at the, this thing has a lot, so I'm hoping I can start losing some of these engines. Now, what's the order of all of this? Let's take out probably this and that opposite one and this one. Put this on vacuum. Thrust to weight 0.22. Why is this so different? Oh, that's that one. Oh, this is making sense. 0.26, 0.2, yeah, 0.45 by the time I get to stage 4, which is... Okay. Well, I guess that makes sense. Just wondering if I can get rid of even more of them. I can get rid... I might have gotten rid of the wrong ones. That has a more even thrust to weight distribution all the way through. So that's the thing. And my TWR, oh, it's gotten worse. How did it get worse? I wouldn't. Oh, because, yes, I know why it got worse. Because it's using the fuel up from these tanks. But that's an easy thing to do. All I have to do is reduce the fuel flow priority of these, or actually probably the simplest thing is to take this decoupler. I can probably, yeah, disable the crossfeed. That made a difference. Still seems like I lost delta V rather than gained it. Thought this would be a great plan. What if I really reduce this? I don't think that really matters. Like I'm reducing the fuel flow priority a lot. No. Nope. Don't do that. But actually, maybe I'm noticing here I got 1689. I think this may be confused. I think this may be confused here. What happens if I take this off for now? 1261, 1496. Why are they so different? I hate it when Kerbal Engineer and the stock can't disagree. You move them away from it. I'm sorry. I'm not. Yeah. Again, I know there's. Are you asparagus staging these nerves? Yeah. Oh, wait a sec. Yeah, I am. Kinda. The asparagus changing was left unaffected here. Yeah, that's the decoupler on the bottom. But it's kind of weird that here I have over like 2,800 more meters per second than Kerbal Engineer has. But what I'm hoping is I can just reduce the size of all of this. That's really just the main focus, is if I can keep bringing the size down. Then this thing will be not so incredibly arduous to get into orbit. Smaller size means less, you know, take off a lot of these tanks. Actually, undo that. Take that off. Take that off. How's that starting to look now? Again, decent thrust to weight ratios, but very different predictions for delta V. What happens if I put this big puppy on the bottom again? 1423, healthy thrust to weight. Put all the nerves on the bottom. No, I can't put all the nerves on the bottom, says Genosi, because I need these for this top stage to go. Like, this guy has to fly on its own. So I need nerves on the top. They can't all go on the bottom. I can totally redesign all this, but I'm not going to do that because that is just going to take entirely too much time. I got to work with what I got. I'm a little disappointed here that I'm not getting more. Let's see if I put a bigger... These are those Kerbidine whatchamacallums. Let's get into diameter. Boom, boom. think these are still just the 3.5. Oh, no, they're not. They're the big ones. What am I thinking about? Just looking at... If I can get more of this on the chemical end. There's 15165. Still a decent thrust weight. See if I can get a bigger one down here. You know, just putting more on the bottom, less on the top. Okay, let's see if we can make this work. Okay, so we got to clean this up a lot. A lot. And there's probably useful suggestions coming through on the chat. I honestly... I've mentioned it before so many times. I really struggle with reading the chat and especially building at the same time. So I might just stick with this. We'll put it to the test. If there's something wrong in the staging, we'll find out pretty soon. I'm just going to put on some nose cones around just to kind of clean this up. We also could put on all the solar and all the... That. Really necessary here, but do that. Sneak those in there. Needs a lot of strutting. Yeah, needs a lot of strutting. Yeah, NC Davis, I honestly am like, he's talking about these four and they need to rotate. I'm going to find out one way or the other if this is all messed up at the bottom or not. I don't think it is, but if they are, they are. I'm just changing colors, but let me just check the staging one last time to make sure that that's not. But like I said, I do not want to spend the... If I spent 5 minutes going through the chat, I could do that, but that makes a pretty dull stream. We have... Which one's dropping first? We have this guy dropping first. Let's make sure that makes sense. Yep, that drops first, then that one. Oh, wait, whoa, we have... What are these two hiding here? Is that what happened? Oh, my engines aren't all on the bottom. That's interesting. People might have been spotting that themselves. But these were in the wrong. So are all these now right? Okay. 15389. We'll give it a test, and what happens happens. Okay. So, like I said, this still hasn't made orbit yet. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Yeah. In fact, maybe now might be a good... Oh no, struts. That's what I'm gonna do. Struts, and probably some auto strutting as well. So we will strut. Let's see. This is all two-way symmetry up here, so we'll strut this to, not to the motor, to that, that, to that. Can we color these a little different? Yeah, they can be white. Whoops. Get away, Kerbal Engineer. To the motor. That. Oh, that's it. Okay. So we got some struts. Let's just auto strut up the tank, so we'll auto strut to not to the root part. I don't like having everything strewed, so I'm just going to go to the grandparent part for all of these. You don't want to have everything strut to the a single part, because that creates problems on its own. And I find just going to the grandparent part every time seems to... Grandparent part. Grandparent part. Grandparent part. Okay, I don't know how all those went to the... Okay, and our reaction wheels it's most certainly going to need. My biggest set are the 1.25 meter reaction wheels. I think I'm going to set them right here. Oh no, they gotta be... No. Now. They gotta go up here. I don't even know what's in this. Oh, that's just a monopropellant can that I use that just to cheat the diameter. Okay. I do need... I do need, let's get a smaller, what is the shortest of all of these cans here? I guess that's a structural, oh, maybe. No. Maybe another set of reaction wheels here. Remove the shroud. Oh, I think I clicked on the wrong thing. Oh, I think there. I just want to get the shroud out of there. Shroud. Go away. There we go. And then I need a big old fairing here, because that's going to have to come around. Oh, there's no way this is going to close. I don't know what I'm thinking about. Not a chance, so forget that. And batteries. Gonna hide batteries in here somewhere. Batteries. That is a 2.5 maybe. This is the 4K one. Let's get you in here. Alright, what we're going to do, save this, we're going to do a test of this. I could be building space stations right now. Instead, I'm building this idiotic vessel. Oh, whoa. That is a problem and why I might end up having to abandon this idea with the Pistons. I always have issues with robotic parts. Always have issues with robotic parts. I don't know if people saw that, but there was definitely some wackiness going on up here. Yeah, see that? That's why I don't use the robotic parts a lot, because I don't know, there always just seems to be random glitchies happening. So let's aim the camera up here. I gotta find those pistons. Of course, I think I might be losing them anyway, but oh dear. Of course, I'm never going to find them, am I? Go away, contract window. Where are those pistons? Why are they so hard to find? Oh, there's one. Again, I need to... But there's this... As cool as this looks, there's no way that's going to be solid. Absolutely none. The other one has to be in here somewhere. Oh, this is dumb. Piston, where are you? I know you're here somewhere. It's right in here somewhere. Hell with it. I'm going to be losing them anyway. Let's, yeah, this isn't going to work. I can already tell. Let's, engage. Again, all the engines are not... Oh, wait, there's the bottom stay. That's right. So, let's fire that up. Lock it on prograde. Oh, I got to disable a lot of this gimbling. This just makes things worse. This is the idea. Still very wonky. To say that's wonky is putting it... It's worse than it was yesterday. And again, these engines aren't going. This might be part of my issue. Why aren't those engines activating? Why are they always... Okay, I'm gonna just... Back to the VAB. Let's figure this out. Well, thank you, Daphne. I'm glad my tutorials helped. They're not seeming to help me here. It keeps wanting to go back to this same staging, which is what's driving me crazy. In there. Keeps wanting to put engines up here. It does not like what I'm doing. Okay, let's, we have to lose those pistons. They're just not working for me. So we're just gonna have to muscle up through the atmosphere anyway. But I gotta find the pistons first. Oh my god. Yeah, they gotta be in here somewhere. There we go. 1, 2. And we're gonna lose the pistons and we're gonna go just to good, boring, old I-beams. They're gonna be perma out there. Again, we'll go with mirror symmetry, do that. This will be better because I can just restrut all that too. No more fighting with pistons, I don't care. I don't care, I don't care. That one looks losable. Okay, strutting some more. Oh, some of these struts have come apart for some stupid reason. Mo struts. Oh, wait, they're already done. Oh, wait, what did... Oh, my God. Having the worst time with this. Thanks. Ah, la, la, la. Like, some of this went on mirror symmetry and some of it went on stupid not mirror symmetry. Off mirror symmetry. Just do what I want you to do. Stop thinking what I want you to do and just do what I'm asking you to do. That's better. Okay. That's good. That's good. A little bit on this side, and then that's it. And the drag will be horrific, but I don't care. Okay. That means this, then. This gives us a nice attachment point here. Okay, so that should be better there. Let's get all the way down here to the bottom. Turn the gimbaling limit on that down to like 20. And turn these gimbals right off. Because they're just messing things up. Probably some strutting again down here at the bottom is not a bad plan. Like so. Okay, and well, we'll see if this is a little stiffer. Now, probably all these engines got messed up again. Yeah, they keep wanting to go up here. I don't know why, but you really like it up there. Okay, so these ones I don't know where. There's something weird going on. Save it, launch, let's try again. I am, by the way, I should have said this right at the very beginning, but I am making no guarantees as to success with this mission because I in no way have planned anything. This might happen, this might not happen. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Okay, so it feels already a little stiffer. I feel like these two and no, they're up here. Stinkers. Contract window go away. Well, at least it's definitely stiffer. I can see that much. So that's not a bad thing. Who needs rescue and why? Wafflebird needs rescue because that's what the contract says. There's nothing more to it than that. But I'm honestly getting to a point where I'm saying I'm just going to push this thing into space and be done and just see what happens. Let's use those to get a little bit of vector thrust happening. At least it's not all wobbly. And I know there'll be some drag associated with this. I think what I'll do is just overbuild the booster and kind of just push up and just get out of the thicker part of the atmosphere as quick as possible. So it won't be a super efficient ascent, but I think that's probably the best plan. Okay, let's see what happens here again. Main thing is, can you hold a vector? And it seems to be. Might want to put on more reaction wheels. Everything can be solved with more reaction wheels. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Let's cut this stage. And now fire off. And this should be all the nerves now. Nope, I need... What is this? This is in a bad order. What is that? Okay, the staging is clearly... There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Now, is the next staging making any kind of sense? No, I don't think it is. Well, maybe it is. No, I think it is. So it's draining these tanks. And it should be just those tanks. Everybody else should be staying full. Yep, even the one up here at the top should be staying full. It is. Good boys. Oh, these ones aren't. Okay, so we'll adjust those. I'll have to adjust the fuel priority on those. Okay, so there's a staging issue there. Let's cut. Stage. Throttle up again. So that leaves those guys alone. Oh, we got fuel lines. Oh, there's lots of things wrong. Okay. Reverting. Lots of things wrong. Alright, so there's all kinds of fuel lines wrong and struts wrong and all kinds of stupidity going on here. Let's see. because I noticed this needs to go, should be two-way symmetry. This, nope. Okay, so that makes some sense. Okay, again, these engines are in the wrong spot because the game just seems to want to put them in the wrong spot. Okay, so there's that. Then those stage. That makes sense. Then the next one stages. Yes. Then the next one stages. Yes. And now the last one stages. Yes. Putting this on vacuum. There's no way that delta V is right, so I don't know what is thinking there. I also want to really... Can I just turn off the fuel? I'm kind of surprised those are being... No. Okay, so we're just going to just crank down on these tanks on the side. Fuel flow priority, I want these... Why were they being drained? Like they flat... Oh, maybe I wasn't checking the right one. So if I get the fuel flow priority on these really low, they shouldn't drain anymore. I would have thought they wouldn't drain either. Now, oh, maybe the I-beams, you can't put fuel through them. That might be what's going on. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. No fuel crossfeed. I can't use those ones. Okay, fine. You insufferable twerpy thing. What about these guys? Will they work for me? Yeah, that's the problem. Can't use those I-beams. Gotta use these guys instead. Like so. Wow, those engines, did they actually go where I wanted them to go? Okay, maybe things are happening. Maybe that was the source of the issues all along. Just gonna tuck this in. I've got to use these rather than... Because there was no fuel flow through those I-beams. Go away. Okay, that should be better. That's why that was happening. Aerodynamics. And that. Okay, let's see here. Now I need some solar. I think I want more reaction wheels, so I'm going to also add some more reaction wheels right in here. That's a 4K battery. Bigger reaction wheels right in there. A little more reaction wheels. I'm going to need solar panels. Now here's a question, and I honestly don't know the answer. Do I have to worry about thermal? Do I have to add in some thermal control systems? And the only reason I'm thinking about this is because as you go towards the sun, I've never been this close to the sun before. I guess it doesn't hurt to put them on. Let's put them on. But as you get close to the sun, does the game model heating from the sun? I really don't know. Well, I'm gonna stick them on anyway because I don't see why not. Extend these out. Boom, boom, boom. What else did I did? Strutting, battery, solar, lights. Okay, yeah, I'll do lights. I'm honestly really close to the point of just pushing this and going because I just want to do it. And if it blows up, it blows up. It's kind of where I'm at. And if I don't make it, I don't make it. I honestly just don't care. I don't care. It's probably not the right attitude, but I don't care. Just putting on some lights to kind of light up these middle sections here a little bit. Maybe turn that off. Open this. Put some blinky lights in here. Like if I put that on. Oh yeah, it is on radio. Good. Or on, sorry, mirror. You know, you gotta get some blinky lights in here. Blink on. Blink on. Gray, gray. Gray, gray. I don't know, it's going to be what it's going to be. I don't want to spend too much time with it. Oh, well, you know what I can do, though? Is get into action groups. Go to the... Let's go to this. Put that on action group 1, which is to toggle the doors. And then when the doors open, you can also toggle the lights. Oh, the other one's up here. And then if I go to the light action group, I just don't want those lights. So navigation lights off. Blink, blink. So those are going to be toggled to opening the door. Let's put on, again, action group 0. Toggle the radiators and toggle the solar panels. That's fine. Heck, let's go. And on action group 5, I do have, I believe, yes, here. Toggle deploy this, that fairing. Now, will this fairing, can I build you up? Build you up. There we go. Way up on the ejection force, clamshell deploy, okay. Alright, so what I need to do is we need to get you into space. Need to get you into space, so I need a decoupler. We're gonna get these guys. We're gonna go only into, like, basically I'm gonna be strapping Saturn V's on the side of this is really kind of the plan. Nothing more elaborate than that. So if we grab that, slide these down so they match up sort of with the one below it. Like that. Now, what does that do for me? I want all those going on at the same time for sure. I want this here. I want some fuel lines. Like so, so that, yep. And I'm looking to get it up and around, oh my gosh, maybe 19.5 kilometers per second at delta V. Now, what's this thrust ratio? Thrust ratio here on the bottom. It's 0.39, which is definitely not going to be enough. Well, there's not much difference between... That's impressive. Okay, we're going to put more of those big parts on it. Okay, do another one. That's... maybe not as big as that. Is this... I guess that's the nose cone that goes on these? Bonk. Okay, I'm looking to just copy this. Bonk. Bonk. Okay, checking the staging. I want these to go first. Believe it or not, I need more thrust. This is not, and it's not even near the delta V. The other option, of course, is sending this up in stages, which honestly might not be entirely stupid. Like if I took out a lot of this fuel, that's a lot of fuel. That might be my solution. I think that's what I might just do. Let's see. What if I start taking out fuel here? So I'm just thinking of making this lighter. Oh god, there was still oxidizer in that. That was dumb. Of course there was. I didn't take any out. Okay. All I'm doing is bringing the weight of this payload down, and then we'll deal with things one at a time. There's no docking part on this yet either. That is 3170. At least the thrust to weight is becoming reasonable. Don't be like that. I just want to get something in space. Even if I have to dock with it and refuel it, then at least that's something. Of course, another option is to let Wafflebird suffer. I think I'm getting all of this fuel out. If you send it up empty, it's a lot lighter, but then of course we're going to have to send up some fuel barges. And okay, what has that got me down to? So now if I add these two together, this is now... Oh wait, no, it's all three of these together. Sorry, this is the lifter. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is ill-advised. I don't care. I'm just going to launch this thing and see what happens. I think I've taken out... I think I've reduced the mass of the top too much now, but I'm honestly at the point where I don't care. We're just gonna strut her up and see what happens. my brain's turning to mush. I can't even click on things properly anymore. Missed it. And some Separatrons. Alright, these guys have got to go with the first decoupler. So that one. There. That one. There. Nope. Nope. Yep. There. And then all of these ones go with the second decoupler. Of course. Ah! My mouse is misbehaving, which is not helping. I gotta get a new mouse. Oh dear, what's going on here? This is all messed up. Game is not liking me, folks. It really is not. Okay, I gotta save this, and hopefully coming back into the VAB will fix this. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I just am so tired of being in the VAB, I want to just push something in the air. Okay, this is... okay. So, those. That's right. Okay. Leaving and coming back has helped. There. And there. Okay. Alright, I think I finally have exceeded the part limit. I have to go to a tier 3 VAB, so I'll leave the VAB at some point and redo this. Bunch of launch clamps. Alright, save. I gotta leave. I gotta upgrade to VAB. The Saturn V squared. Okay, that is that. Certainly, this might be costing more money than I have, too. I only have 1.2 million curb bucks yet left. Yeah, it's not like I have 841,530 curb bucks. You are not worth it, Wafflebird. Not even close. Alright, what is the launch TWR here? It is not very much. There's 1.85 and 1.07. How does it go? Loses. Do I have these in the wrong order? Yes, I do. I think. I had those in the wrong order. Okay. That makes more sense. I'm gonna just reduce. Which one to reduce? Let's reduce this middle one here to a smaller, huge can. Just want to increase the thrust to weight ratio a little bit. That's a little better. Alright. Honestly, I'm going to punch this and see what happens. Launch. Launch, see what happens. My hopes are not high, I will be honest. And I'm already very, very, very sick of this. I'm sure you are too. I'm just so sick of being in the vehicle assembly building, farting around with this stupid thing that I'm just gonna, you know, I'm at the point where I'm going, you know what, Wafflebird, meet my delete contract button. Just eat the penalty. Okay, so basically, I think the odds of this actually doing anything approaching a flight is pretty low. So, my goal is simply up. All I got. Nothing fancy. So, let's see here. We're gonna fire all this up. Oh, my frame rate's struggling a little bit, which is not surprising. Alright, it's going up and it's not completely coming apart. And again, I want to go up and not... This is the biggest thing I have easily ever launched. Would have been way more sensible to do this in pieces. But we're not being sensible at all. Again, just up. Up is the goal. Up is the only goal. There's a good chance as well the staging might not be sensible. And we'll see what happens with that. I think I'm going to be losing at some point 2 of these boosters on the side. Should be these 2. The bigger 2, I think. I hope. Again, I'm still just... Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, I'm losing it. There it goes. There it goes. Okay. I should still have control of all this. Come on. There's what I was looking to do. Oh, yeah. There we are. Oh, this thing is stupid. Alright, so that was an aerodynamics failure. So let's revert back. So as soon as I drifted at all away from the center of mass of this, I can't even scroll out far enough. Why is the center of lift button way down there? That's clearly wrong. I should put on some big lifting surfaces is really what this is. Because as soon as I stray anywhere from the... I feel like just the scale should be a big delta wing. Oh my gosh, what a stupid thing. Like, honestly, that feels closer to scale than doing anything else. And then put, like, which lifting surface here? Why not? Do I still have a reasonable thrust to weight here? I do. Alright. Try again. Basically, heat shield and a claw. Like, really be minimal with the payload. And call it. And, but I'm kind of like... We'll see. We'll see what happens. I might not completely give up on you, Wafflebird, but I might put you on hold for a little bit. Okay, let's see. So, boom, and boom. not sure if those fins down there are enough. They don't look very big. Again, all I'm going to do is just up. A little bit of wobbliness happening right now. A little bit of... The wobbliness is getting worse. It wants to flip again. Yeah, this is stupid. There it goes. Like up this way. Right here. I think this is where it's sort of coming apart on me. So I'm going to get... Sometimes really just a handful of struts can do an amazing thing. So like that. Oh no, that's not a good idea because those engines will be going before those tanks are gone. Maybe if I come in like this. Sure, why not? That looks funny. Still looks funny. Mo struts. I'll check my auto strutting too and make sure that that is something that, and then right between here too. But it seemed like that's this is where the bending was occurring up here. Oh, auto struts disabled. I thought I auto strutted you. Okay. Let's auto strut all these guys to the heaviest part. I thought I'd done that, but obviously I did not. Yeah, obviously I did not. Okay. Let's have a... You know, one thing before this thing fails again. One thing I did add in as a mod is this simple repaint. I've not really played with it yet. So you can just... Basically, it's very, as it says here, very simple. Just, you know, adds your ability to change colors. On pretty much anything. It's kind of neat. Can you do the... No, there's nothing, no repaints on the engine. What's the different... No, there isn't one. Okay. Do this one too. And how about this? Oh, they can change too. Look at that. How about... Oh, the RCS... Oh my gosh. They really do mean you can change everything. That's pretty neat. Alright. Enough of that. Time to watch this thing blow up again. So, orange, 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 save. Launch. Boom, boom, boom. I do love how it just struggles off the pad. Yeah. Not used to really running into frame rate issues with launches, but here we are. Okay, I'm noticing the pitch and yaw and roll indicators are not wonking back and forth, though those struts most certainly helped. Most certainly did. Okay, again, straight up. Not quite straight up 90 degrees and come back, but, you know, not probably that far off from it. Okay. Well, the straight upness is working. I don't want to think about what's happening at the top here as far as drag goes. Sure, it's quite terrible. Okay, we're about to lose these guys, I hope. Haven't gotten to this part yet. Oh, those Separatrons are trying. They're trying. Okay, I'm actually going to try and pitch just a little bit. A little bit towards the east. Locked prograde. Oh, it really wants to fall over. It really, really wants to. This is pretty much going straight up, isn't it? I'm pitching over just a little bit, but it really doesn't like it. Come on, over. Let's go over, 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 over. I'm going to be running, or lower that throttle. Because my apoapsis is just about out of space here. Gonna go for a 100-kilometer orbit. Okay, keep pitching over. I'm actually hard over on the yaw right now. Just doesn't want to do it. Fairings, there we go. Hard over, hard over. Ooh, oh, you know what I didn't put on here was a docking port so I could dock and fuel this thing up. Oh well, one thing at a time. More throttle. More throttle. Oh, why are you going to the side like that? It really wants to go towards the south. Back. Okay, we're in space, but nowhere near an orbit. I'm really trying to pull it sideways. More thrust, a lot more thrust. Might need to pitch up a bit. Because we are slowly approaching apoapsis. Almost sideways. About 50 seconds from apo. But it's really a beast. It's really a beast. Okay, about to lose those other radial boosters there. Very much concentrating on my steering and watching my apoapsis. I'm pitched down a little bit on purpose because I don't want my apoapsis to climb too much higher than where it is. But we are very, very close. I might have to pitch up now a little bit. There we go. Just cutting throttle a bit because the apoapsis is getting away on me. Periapsis is at negative 25 kilometers, so very close to an orbit. I'm just going to let this settle onto prograde, but hey, I'm okay. Now what I need to put on here, I'll probably send up a team of engineers and some fuel cans and put on a docking port. This thing is going to get... This is going to be a process to get this to the point where it's actually going to do what I need it to do. Okay, okay, more throttle. And just about orbit time. There we go, 99 by 99. That is a crazy thing. What my inclination come out being, because I was really 0.3 degrees inclination. I cannot complain about that. For whatever reason, my solar panels didn't deploy, so let's extend those solar panels. Extend those solar panels. Now the issue with this whole thing is, how much fuel is left in that? Is I need to fuel this thing up. Is like that's how I was able to accomplish this. Is by completely bailing. Okay, those guys are full. How much fuel does this need to be full? So I've got those full. I'm sure the ones opposite to it are full. I just must have missed those while I was filling it up. So I'm going to have to still build a fuel tanker to come up here and put in a whole lot of liquid fuel to fuel this whole thing up. And I need to have a docking port on it.